Hi everyone, good evening, good morning, happy Friday. So, welcome to the session. So today, this is the first session we are doing a hands-on activity as part of SS Agile Gurus. Today, we are going to discuss about one of the management 3.0 tool or technique or a concept, whatever we consider it is. So this is one of the approach which recently I facilitated as part of management 3.0 case study. So I thought like it could be beneficial or helpful for our group as well, as we are all agilists. We are playing different roles like Scrum Masters, Agile coaches, and different contexts, the managers or the leads or the team members. Whatever the role we are playing, these conversations will be helpful for us to go ahead and make use of it. For that reason, we are going to discuss about the improvement dialogues as a technique or as a principle or as a concept in today's session. And no PPTs today. We will be using the AHA slides itself. So in case you haven't joined, you can join using the link provided in the chat. Let's get started. So a couple of working agreements. So we can have a Q&A towards the end of the session. This is a hands-on activity. So make sure you be active, you be participating in the conversation, and make sure if in case wherever possible, at least especially when you're doing the hands-on in the breakouts, try to be on camera if possible. If not, still it is fine, but try to be possible. And one discussion at a time during the breakouts or during the session. Let's have one discussion and we can go ahead. Right. And anything specific you want to discuss, which are going beyond this session or beyond this topic, we have our groups. We can continue the discussion there, and we can go ahead and we can continue the discussion. No need to explicitly done within this session. Okay, so let's get started. The improvement dialogues. So as a coach, I am more used to do a coaching conversation. Mentoring is a different. I know I'm talking about a coaching. Whenever I have a coaching conversation, I used to start asking questions. So as a coach, my role is more to provide, help the coachee to come up with a solution on their own by asking different set of powerful questions. So that's what, as a coach, I had been, my role is coming into context. But then what happens some cases is the candidate or the coachee might be starting getting worried or confused. Why Satish is just asking me a question? Why is he not providing any answer? Why is he not giving any solution or anything? I came to him to help me with the context, but he's still asking me questions without giving any answer, without guiding me, without assisting me. Yes, as a mentor, we could be doing that, but in the coaching conversation, that might not be the case. It will be a little bit different. So that is where the one of the management 3.0 technique or the approach is to use the improvement dialogues. What is the improvement dialogues? This can be used for any one-on-one conversation. One-on-one doesn't mean the manager and the team member or the scrum master and the team member or coach and the team member. No, any one-on-one. It could be between your colleagues, between your friends, the family, the personal, anything as such. This technique or this approach can be used. So what this technique is, the first person will start with a statement. By taking that as a clue, the second person will continue the conversation or the dialogue using a positive statement, using an affirmative statement. No questions asked, no negative statements, no counter back questions, nothing as such. So that is where this improvement dialogues plays a different role when compared to the typical powerful questions or a coaching conversation as such. Right. So the first person will start the conversation by picking up one of the statement, and the second person will start continuing the conversation using a positive affirmative statements. No blame game, no negative statements, no questions, no pushing back, nothing as such. It is the one-on-one conversation between two or a different set of individuals to bring up that improvement into context. Right. So that's the thing. And there are four categories or four types of improvement dialogues. Personal topics, it could be anything as such, need not be specific work related or professional related, anything. It could be personal topic as well. That's what many cases we get questions, Satish, how do I get motivation to complete this course, or how do I get motivation to go back to the work, or how do I help my team to be motivated as a scrum master? These type of questions we get many cases. So that anything and everything can be considered as a personal topic. Second is a relational topic. Relation could be between family, between friends, colleagues. It could be any sort of relation. So if in case we want to have a conversation regarding that, that will be considered as or tagged as a relational topic. The third is organizational topics. Like as an organization, what happens, the structures, the changes, uh, the alignments, the hierarchies, different things, which at the organization level, or maybe we can even consider at the team level or at the project or program level, can be considered as an organizational topic. And the fourth is the environmental topic, the politics, technology, economy, anything can be tagged or considered under the environmental topic, which has nothing to do with the remaining three specific set of topics. Okay, so for today's conversation, we will be going to the personal topics because the remaining are not specific related to our context. You can still go ahead and make use of it in your own organization. But for today's session, we will be making use of the personal topics as a simulation and as well as the hands-on practice as well. Any questions till now? Are we good? I could see few folks join once we started the conversation. You can connect to this link so that you can go through the slides at your own pace. No need to go. This is not a PPT, so you can go back and forth the slides for any reference, any point of time. Okay. Any questions till now? Hi Ramesh, hi Venkat. I could see you both on video.
Hi Satish.
Okay. So, are we good? Any questions? Anything? Anyone want to add anything as such?
So far good from my side, Satish.
Sure. Thanks, Venkat. Okay. There are, as I mentioned just now, there are four categories: personal, relational, organizational, and economical topics. So for today's conversation, we will be going through the personal topics. So I will share the link where you can download the, sorry, let me go back, where you can download the PDF version of these improvement dialogues. You can download it. It is a 17-page document from Management 3.0 website. So all the statements are given. So if you are doing a in-person conversation, you can take it as a printout and do it within your teams or within your organization. But right now, because we are doing a virtual, I made a note of all these into one single screenshot so that we can use it, we can refer it any point of time. So each category or each topic, they give some set of conversations or the statements to start with. So how the conversation will go is, let's suppose Venkat is having a conversation with me and Venkat. For example, Venkat might be starting with one of these statements, and I have to continue it by adding or by bringing up a positive statement as a continuation to that. It shouldn't be entirely different context altogether. The statement which Venkat started, I have to continue by giving a positive statement and affirmative or saying that yes, Venkat, we can go ahead and do it, or this is how I can help, this is how we can have the conversation like that. And the back and forth, it's not just one back and forth conversation, it will be like the discussion will continue. And once that is done, as soon as we both feel we reach some conclusion, we can stop the conversation there and we can continue with the next discussion. Okay. Oh, we
Okay.
will. Yes, Venkat.
No, as an example, you want me to start something between you
Yeah,
and
we will
me,
go through
or
one example. Yeah, we will go through one example and then we will do a sample simulation. Then we can open the breakouts as well.
okay.
So, the conversation example which the management 3.0 gave on their site is like the one of the statement is what I need most is, there is a starting statement. So we need to add to that, what I need most is a bit more time to learn new tools and technologies. The initial first question when you ask like one thing you want to improve in 2023, some of you gave this like improve agile knowledge or improve the agile transformation or different answers. Yes, that might be your statement. So the coach, the manager, or the pairing partner, or whoever is having the conversation should start continuing the discussion. Like the example is, okay, perhaps we can find out what busy work is keeping you from learning new things. Typically, if it is a coaching conversation, we'll ask, okay, why do you want to learn new technologies, or which technology you want to learn, or how can you start learning, how can you start focusing on this technologies, or which technology could help you to grow in your career. So we will be bringing up a set of question. Instead of a question now, we will be adding a statement as a continuation. So then the flow continues in the next four statements, as I mentioned, like, yes, I have a hunch that management's daily interruptions are costing me too much time. That's a statement came back. I see. Well, it should not be too difficult to measure this and validate this assumption, because there is a assumption. It's not a confirmed statement. So you're right. And I will see if I can find a time tracker app on my smartphone to do this. Good. And I will check if someone else has done something like that before. So both the coach and coachee are pairing up to bring in that improvement for that context of how the coachee wants to identify or find some more time to learn new tools and technologies. Right. So this is like a conversation. It's not like a coaching context, but it is like a conversation, back and forth conversation between the coach and coachee. That is how we can start having this context. Yes, Venkat.
This conversation definitely reminds me
Hmm.
the 5 why technique we used to use. Okay. Actually
Mhm.
speaking, in the 5 why techniques, it goes with like asking a question, answer, get the
Mhm.
answer, on that answer again question, get the answer,
Mm.
on that answer again question. It goes 5 levels down.
Mhm. Mhm.
But actually, this conversation really,
Mm.
I think it works well without
Mm.
having any questions here. It goes like a
Exactly.
everything as a statement.
Exactly.
You
Right.
see that
So
that enables the conversation to keep going on.
that's true, Venkat. Yes, that's
I see
correct.
that. Yes, yeah.
Yes. The reason is like when we start with the question why, why do you want to learn new technology?
Then I try to defend myself.
Ah,
That
yes.
is where that it puts
Co-
somewhere. You
mm.
are the other side. I am this side, and that creates this defending oneself. And things
Exactly.
wouldn't come up openly also.
That's true. Yes. That's where, rather than, and many times we hear statements that you are the coach, you should help us. Instead, you're just asking questions or you're pushing it back on me. Why? You should. I reached out to you to help me. You should give me some guidance. But instead, you're just asking questions or you're just pushing back. So I myself end up defending or going back into that conversation more. Instead, this will enable a healthy conversation, and this will help both the coach and coachee to come together and work towards the improvement of the coachee to come up with a solution.
The moment you ask question in a way, why, that shows bossism and the other side would not open up. And you see the beauty of the statement here, if you see the second bullet. Okay, perhaps we can find out what busy work. It says, let us find out together, but it doesn't say what is stopping you, what the busy work that you are having. Yeah, there is a lot of difference between these two.
That's true.
And it's very nice. Yeah.
Yes. So that's recently when I had this session with the management 3.0 as well. That's what I felt like. That brings a lot of different context altogether, both candidates in the discussion. Okay. Yes. So, how are we doing? Are we good? Any questions? Anyone want to add any points? Any doubts? Any doubts? Let's get it clarified, because once we do a simulation, we will open up the breakout rooms. So this session is all meant for each of you to do the practice and get a feel of how you can get the benefit out of these improvement dialogues. And let me share the links so that you can download both the reference link as well as this document as well. You can download it directly from the management 3.0 site. You might have to just give your email address and first name, last name. That's it. You can download it. It is available, open for everyone. And just to mention, not only this, many other tools or resources are also available. We can discuss towards the end of the session as well. But yes, the improvement dialogues, I provided the link. You can go through all this conversation and you can download using this, and how we can have this conversation. Everything is provided within the site. So you can start making use of it, and you can go through that and you can get a benefit out of it. Okay. So shall we get started with the simulation? Who would like to volunteer? We want one coach and one coachee. We can have a simulation, and then yes, Venkat.
Yes, I can volunteer if someone else is there.
Sure. Any other volunteer? We can have 2 volunteers to do the simulation. Then we will open the breakouts to have the conversation.
I can volunteer, but I only have about 8 minutes. I have another meeting in 8 minutes, so that's it.
Sure. You can finish that conversation in the simulation. Yes.
Cool.
Maybe you can get benefit out of it. Yes.
Oh yeah. In fact, I was actually discussing this management 3.0 with my friend, and then when I just saw I'm on the SS Guru group as well, and I just saw it and I said, definitely this is an opportunity for me to catch up. So if I can talk to the other guy I'm meant to meet at 3:30, if I can change the meeting, I'll definitely want to change the meeting. But otherwise, I'll watch the recording.
Sure. So Venkat and Idris, your floor is open to you. I can turn off my video so that you both can have the conversation. Yes.
So are you the coach or the coachee, Venkat?
You can be coach, Idris. How I can call your name, Idris?
Idris.
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 Idris. Okay. You can call me as Venkat.
Venkat. Okay. So what am I meant to do now?
From which country you are, Idris?
I'm actually calling from England.
England. Okay.
Yeah.
So Satish, is that we three are Idris and myself getting into the breakout room?
No, Idris and you can have a simulation now.
Okay.
Once that is done, we will open the breakouts.
Okay. Maybe Idris, can you start from your side as a coach?
Venkat, you need to start the statement so that Idris will continue.
Okay. Okay. I believe I am quite good at writing articles, blogs, making LinkedIn postings, and even making acronyms, memorable acronyms, so that people easily can memorize things. Basically, I'm good at writing. I don't know how this can help me towards moving as a coach or towards moving a better of myself.
Okay, thank you, Venkat. So how long have you been writing?
Idris, that is coming as a question.
Oh, I see.
No questions.
So can you help me out there? So
Sure,
if not,
sure.
yeah.
We can, based upon the statement which Venkat mentioned, we could add a statement good to know that Venkat, you are good at writing. You could have shared your knowledge with many folks on the LinkedIn and help them understand your concepts.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Good. Thank you, Venkat. So you've been writing. So you could share your knowledge with people on LinkedIn, to see your post and get your ideas.
Okay, it is. The point here it is, I don't know whether that would be helpful to the team and towards making them improving themselves. And I don't know what other channel that I can utilize to better myself and of my team members. See, this statement could be only for our conversation now.
Yes. No judgment, no bias, no taking it out. This is just the conversation.
Correct.
Yeah. So you can write some articles on a particular topic and give it to the team to have a look at.
Okay, would you suggest any other any best practices or anything to me to take it forward? Would you suggest anything with your experience?
Venkat, that is coming as a question from your side.
Okay. That would not be any question. Okay.
No questions asked. You can rephrase that sentence instead of a question.
Oh, okay. It is a bit difficult.
I know. I know.
Definitely.
If I can
I
try to help you.
I feel and I hope and I have confidence that you may have any other channels or ways of to advise me to take it further.
Yes. So places like LinkedIn, places like SS Guru, You can write articles, and we have quite a number of people on that link that you can actually start writing articles and getting feedback.
Okay. Satish, at this moment, I would request you to
Sure.
whether
Let me continue that as a statement. So, Idris, I would like to explore uh, other avenues where I can start sharing my knowledge.
Yes, you can look at LinkedIn. You can look at the platform SS Guru on Telegram, on WhatsApp. You can start from there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can also look at Medium. There's a serious Scrum to start writing your articles and getting feedback.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but Idris, I feel I am new to this SS Gurus. Uh, this is the first session with SS Gurus. Uh, of course, with Satish Kola's first time this. I I don't have much idea about what they do, but
Yeah.
I can guess what that group is doing is knowledge sharing. Um,
Okay, so the group is a psychologically safe environment where we share knowledge, share ideas, and everybody's safe. You can ask any questions, ask anything, you can publish anything, and you can ask for feedback from people as well.
Good,
okay.
good, good. How is this conversation going? I guess you might have to jump into another meeting, or you still
No,
have some more time.
no, I'm enjoying this.
How is it? Okay. That
Wow,
is good to know
good,
it
good.
is.
Thanks for that.
Anyway, it's good to get introduced with you as well.
Definitely. Thanks, Idris, for
Yeah.
stepping up as a volunteer. So, folks, how is it going? Any
Satish, I have a question. So
sure.
most of the time, while we talk about coaching, we always say that you should ask powerful question to the coachee,
Yeah.
right? Um, help
Mm-hmm.
the person
Mm-hmm.
to think about, right? Because they all have the solution. So help them by asking question,
Mm-hmm.
right? And don't give them the
Mm-hmm.
solution. Otherwise, you will become a mentor. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Now in this
Mm-hmm.
conversation it seems like, and uh, r- I mean it is difficult, right, without asking question, but
Yeah.
then uh,
Yes, I
somewhere
know.
down the line it went to the way where the mentee was seeking answers from the coach,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I'm a bit confused here.
So my take is, this management 3.0 basically is not a coaching platform per se. So you are not coaching people, but maybe that might be another one. So you are basically, it's a dialogue. So you are
Mm-hmm.
dialoguing with a person, and you are, leading the person on as well. But you are not asking questions, but you are telling him to think about what he can do next. You are giving him options to think and then to decide.
Thanks, Idris. Yes, Deepa, I got your point. The same thoughts or same dilemma I was there when I had gone through this first time. But when I did a session with the management 3.0 last week, I got a clarity on what this or how it is helping. I know we are not asking questions, but that's what we as a coaches are asked to or tend to, that you need to ask powerful questions. That's true. It's valid. That's the reason the technique name is defined as improvement dialogue. We are not doing a coaching here, but we are trying to have a conversation with the other person and trying to give some positive space, or maybe the psychological safe space, stating that, yes, I'm there. I'm also with you in this journey, or I'm also there to help you. But at the same time, we shouldn't be providing all the answers from our side. It should be like a mutual agreement or mutual conversation. Both should go hand in hand. And that's where maybe if we start feeling that we are giving the solutions, we are being looked for giving just the answers or solutions, then we can bring up the statement. Instead of asking question, we can bring up a statement that you can think of along with the LinkedIn, you can start looking for other avenues or other platforms where you can start sharing your knowledge. So we are not asking question like which tool or which platform you can think of. Instead, we are giving a statement. You can think of other platforms where you can start sharing your knowledge, right? So just tweaking the way we are having the conversation.
Yes. Again, it
Yeah.
will come with practice, right?
I know.
We are so
The first
prone
time
to
when I
ask
had the
questions.
practice, exactly. The first time when I had the practice, I got stuck. I had to, I'm the coach there in that context. I got stuck what I have to ask, or what I have to, I'm not supposed to ask. I have to give a statement. So I
Right.
got stuck.
Every time it has to go as statement. It is a bit difficult. Maybe initially.
Yes, yes. Thanks, Deepa, for the
But
question.
But ultimately, this kind of conversations and dialogues would definitely give and improve the psychological safety as well to open up.
Exactly. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about one of your good friend, right, and you think about the dialogues, you definitely do these kind of dialogues with them
Yes.
rather than asking questions, right? So I think that's the right way to set up that rapport with this person to, you know, get in lots of trust. I think
That's
when
true.
you'll
Yes.
do a coaching session, let's start with these kind of dialogues. And once you have that rapport and trust from the coachee, then you can go ahead with questions. So rightly, yeah, thanks.
Yes. So if we look at the organizational statements, like see some of the organization is very good at, like maybe bring up the new products or getting the feedback from the customers and attending it or anything like that. Or the organization can be difficult because yes, we are trying to address some of the organizational challenges as well. But again, without asking the questions, having that conversation might be a little bit difficult. If we practice maybe with the personal statements, we can get some comfort level, and then we can jump into the relational or the organizational specific statements, right? See, what I appreciate about the organization is so rather than just bringing a different side, we can start bringing the positive side as well. The organization is very good at, or the way the work in the organization goes well is, right? Like that. Or instead of organization, we can even consider as a team. So as a team level coach, as a scrum master, as a coach, we can start having this. The team is very good at. We can let the team have the conversation. Here it's not one individual, the bunch of individuals, the team members coming into context and have that conversation as well. Right. So yes, and it can be used as a continuation as well. As you can see, since our previous session, since our previous conversation, now let's suppose after a week or 10 days, Venkat and Idris are having a conversation on the same topic. Yeah, Idris can bring up Venkat, since our previous session, the progress you made is, or the progress I made is, if Venkat is starting the conversation, then the next statements will start coming up. Right? And yes, what's emerging in our conversation? We both need more clarity because something is gap, something is lagging, or something is not clear. So we can make use of these statements as required from the context perspective, and we can take it further. Okay. Yes. Any questions? Are you good? I could see people dropped off from this link. This is the same link we use for the breakouts as well. So connect back if you're not there or if you moved out of it. So shall we open the breakouts conversation?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So let's get into practice the same way how Venkat and Idris did right now. The coach, and we can have a couple of observers. We'll have 3 to 4 breakout rooms, and we can pick up the personal cards. It is there in the previous slide. I will share that link so you can go through that. And we can do 15-minute rounds. So the 2 minutes, you can pick up the role and which statement you want to discuss. And then 7 minutes, or it's up to you, because just now we saw that it takes some time to do practice and to start picking up the statements instead of asking questions. Then you can use 6 minutes for debrief. Just have a conversation how you felt using this approach, using that improvement dialogue technique. And we can do another round. We have time, so we can do 2 rounds of this conversation, 15 minutes. And once we are done, we can come back and we can touch base how this technique could be helpful in your day-to-day context perspective. Are we good? Okay, so yes, you can navigate the slides back and forth using the link. Let's start the breakouts. I will open the breakouts. In case you're not on the link, open the link and make sure to pick up the role quickly and who would like to play which role, and we can get started. I will open 3 breakout rooms. So we'll be having like 5 participants per room so that you'll have enough folks to have the conversation. Very good.
Yes.
Let's have it for 30 minutes. Okay. Yes. I'm opening all the rooms. All the best. Have a nice conversation.
Oh. In my system, I don't know, there was a problem here. All of a sudden it got restarted by itself. So I lost about 2-3 minutes, but anyway, I could catch up with GP and Ranjan in the breakout room. We were discussing about without using how bringing out things for a conversation going on. So it is definitely good, definitely good. But Satish, one point I made that statement as with GP and Ranjan that it is not a hard and fast rule that we should not use questions at all. There can be 1 or 2, right?
There can be. Yeah, but
ultimate
yes,
aim is
because
to
it
minimize
is
the question so that defending from other side would be minimized. That is the ultimate aim.
exactly.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it is really tough to totally come out of that question.
Correct.
Scenario
It's very really
situation
tough.
as
It is,
such.
at one point it makes you stuck. And it happened as well.
That's true. That's true. Yes.
GP and Ranjan, do
Okay.
you want to share anything?
Yes.
Yeah,
Time for
that
debrief.
is
Your
that is
experience, your perspective.
that is absolutely true. Like Venkat told, some point of time, I made the role of coachee and Venkat is the coach. So some point of time, Venkat started asking me questions. Why these things happen, that thing happen, something. So as a coach, also some point of time, little bit questions need to be asked to bring to get to know why this situation arise. So that's what might be we are not into a like a questioning mode, but still probably 1 or 2 questions as you are suggesting need to be asked to coachee. Yeah, yes.
Okay, thanks, Ranjan and Venkat. Anyone else want to add?
Yeah, like Ranjan and Venkat were telling, leading the discussion without questions, like getting that statements, like diplomatic statements, maybe in my language, was really challenging. Thinking through those was really challenging. And sparking the discussion also with the right topic, like where questions doesn't arise and which is normal, that also was challenging from our side.
Yes, I know. By practice, we might get habituated or start using this technique or this approach. Yes. Anyone else on that? And you can start giving the feedback as well in the link, AHA Slides link, so that that will help to bring up more such hands-on sessions.
Yeah, Satish, it was a very nice, this one actually, breakout session, this Hanmant Rao, where I was a coachee for a time, and then another part which I was as an observer. So we had a discussion with stating one of the questions stating that how can we make the non-available person for my agile mindset for attending daily Scrum meeting. And another question was product owner is acting as a team leader, where how we can overcome those issues. So it was very nice discussion with Shweta and Ed. So it was very nice actually happened. And as a question, a lot of information sharing and then lot of things which we got, and those things I can say. It was very good breakout session, I can say.
Okay, thanks for that. Good to know that. I was jumping or hopping between the breakout rooms, and I could see the way the conversation was going. Yes, thanks, Hanumantrao, for adding that. Anyone else? And you can share the feedback in the last 2 slides.
Yeah, so very nice session, Satish, very nice session, so like everybody said, so we are used to asking questions, so again, it's something we need to start controlling. And again, as coaches, one way you're meant to be asking powerful questions, and now you are not meant to be asking questions. So it's something we need to get used to as well, and know exactly what stance you're actually taking. But then it's been very interesting. Like I said, I was actually looking at the moving motivators as well. Something that I want to learn and I want to use for my teams in the office. So I'll probably catch up with you on this management 3.0 as well and get to learn more.
Sure. Thanks, Adris, and thanks for volunteering for having that conversation with Venkat before the breakout as well. Yes, that also helps. Yeah. Okay. What else? And
so Satish,
yes.
I want to add.
Sure.
So I mean, this technique, and thanks for the session, because I got to know that there is a technique for this as well. However, for me, I think it comes quite naturally, and I didn't struggle at all. Just stopping to ask question, because I think I'm a people person. Lots of people in my teams, they come and they talk, not about work only, but their problems and other stuff. And I think this is really good technique, which I naturally am doing. However, it will help everyone if they start doing, to build up that trust and rapport within the people. Maybe that's my style to communicate, but then I think this is really helpful. And thanks for the session. I discovered that because of this kind of communication style, uh, people like it, right? So yeah,
Definitely.
thanks.
That's the reason of bringing this conversation, so that at least if we can start getting the benefit of it, it will be helpful to our day-to-day context.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. please feel free to provide the feedback for the session. And there are 2 feedback forms. One is on the scale and one is a word cloud. You feel free to provide the feedback, and also let me know. We are planning for some more sessions like this. For
Facilitation
management 3.2, we
session.
have some more techniques like this which we can make use for our context, and facilitation session. Which any specific topic you have in your mind, Deepa?
I know there are lots of facilitation technique they use in management 3.0. So some of the
Mhm.
facilitation technique, if you can share, that
Mhm.
would really helpful, because again, hybrid thing,
Mhm.
virtual and all. So any
Mhm.
kind of facilitation
Mhm.
techniques, I think that would be really helpful.
Sure. We can think of that. And we have few management 3.0 techniques, as well as the liberating structures and facilitation technique as well. Like as Deepa mentioned, we have few remote tools or remote techniques, the collaboration superpowers. I can share that link in the groups as well. That is also, I started going through that and I started making use of that, especially in this virtual mode of or hybrid mode of working. That these all techniques definitely helps. We might have a bit late in this because half of us, the majority of us might be already going back to work from office, but still, uh, either it is in person or virtual or hybrid, these techniques or these topics will be definitely helpful. Okay, yes. Any
Yeah,
of you
Satish,
want to do a session? Yes, let us know. We can facilitate
uh,
that conversation as well.
Satish, one also help I need. So suppose at the basics of which is a project which is a waterfall to suppose moving into agile. That point of time, how what are the metrics and all that point of time need to be taken care down the line, because team members are that point of time very new to agile, and they if velocity or capacity measurement and all, and burn down chart and all, how to be there for that particular project. And down the line, say suppose one team is already like in between or very experienced into agile. So in that practice, what are the agile matrices need to be uh, more into focus, because different agile groups and teams are being divided into for a particular feature line. So in that case, like very experienced team, what kind of matrices are they being there? So those kind of, if we can arrange forward upcoming session something also, that will be helpful for the like who are new also and who are very prone to that particular. We can get to know about matrices details.
Maybe we can try to have that conversation on the Thursday session, Ranjan, or if we can have any one of you want to take a lead on that, we can do that as well. We can discuss and we can go ahead with it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks for that. Because we don't want to have the same repetitive concepts like which many of us might have already attended the sessions or seminars across these 2-3 years in this remote working. That's why we are trying to bring up different contexts or concepts, but still, yes, we can have these concepts discussion as well. Definitely.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Yes. Any last minute pointers or feedback?
Thank you
Any
so much, Satish.
questions?
It is very good, and I already provided my feedback there.
Sure.
And
Thanks.
I'll be in touch with you. I'm interested in giving any sessions, maybe through you here, SS Gurus. If there
Definitely.
is any possibility, definitely I'll be in touch with you,
Definitely.
Satish. Yeah, it is very good
Sure.
to get to know about you and SS Gurus. Yeah, thank you.
Sure. Thanks,
Thank you.
Venkat. Thanks for your active participation as well. Okay, yes.
Satish, is it this recording is stored somewhere in the YouTube or anything?
Yes, I will share that link. The breakouts, as you know, the breakouts won't get recorded. but the other
Okay.
conversation will be recorded, and along with the management 3.0 links, I will share with the groups once I upload it to YouTube tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure. And let me share the management 3.0 site real quick. It is any of you are interested, they are opening the community membership. Of course, it is a paid membership, but even without the paid membership, you can make use of these games and tools. Lots of tools, lots of games are there, which we can have make use of it in our day-to-day conversations or with our teams in the implementation perspective, right? So I personally like one of it, like the team competency metrics. In one of our upcoming sessions, we can discuss on that. But yes, improvement dialogues is one of it, and OKRs is also there. There are a lot of it's like my internet is slow, but yes, we can go through that. Under the practice, you will get to see the delegate. Looks like my internet got fluctuating. So yes, I will share the link and the recordings. So we can discuss. We can continue the discussion in next sessions.
Okay, thank you, Satish. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Satish.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Satish. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.